Hi YouTube, Uklockpicka back with another video. This week's video is going to be me picking another ASSA lock. It's a 6-pin lock sent to us by Swedish Locksport. He was kind enough to reach out to us on Instagram and say, look, I've got some locks here for you. Send us your address and I'll pop them across. And true to his word, he did at the end of that month. He sent us 2 ASSA locks, not just one. One of them was a security profile, which I haven't really spent a lot of time trying to pick. But I have had a go and I didn't get very far. But the other ASSA lock, which I believe is an ASSA 600, I think it's a 600, a 6000, I can't remember, but Chris Aaron's actually identified the lock for us, so thank you very much, mate. But I did actually crack the lock, and I sent Swedish Locksport a message on Instagram, and I said, look, the lock's picked, and he was like, oh, great, that's brilliant, took you a while or whatever, and he did actually say, look, it's a challenge lock. So when I gutted it, I had a look, and it is a challenge lock. It's called M's Madness, pinned by Mike, who's the co-founder of Swedish Locksport. So thank you, Mike, for a great lock. It was a very challenging lock, a very good lock, and a very well put together lock. It causes a good few issues, which I really enjoyed. Moving on really from that, Locksport Anonymous is getting close to 300 subscribers, which I'm buzzing about. It's an absolutely brilliant place to be for all types of lock sporters, beginners, amateurs, intermediate, even up to the high class pickers. Some really good lads on there, and lasses. So I want to thank everyone for the continued support on that. And the 300 subscribers, the giveaway that I said I was going to do, it's just fell on an awkward time because it's not at 300 yet, but by the time it is, maybe it's in a couple of days, I'm not going to be able to get in the garage because here I'm in Wales for Christmas Day with my wife's family, and then next week I've got to travel to Sunderland, which is, well, 300 mile away from Wales, so it's a lot of travel time. So what I did was I contacted Andy Mack and said, look, I've got the giveaway coming up. Andy Max is an expert picker, especially at lever locks, and he makes some absolutely exceptional lever lock pick sets. So if you're in the market for any lever lock picks, I'll leave his details in the comments below or the description, and I'll also add a little card. But luckily he said, look, I can help you out. So he sent us some stuff which I think everyone's going to be really happy with, and I'll do the bespoke picks on the 400 giveaway. Like I said, it's just because of time. It's just fell on an awkward time, so I do apologise. I did say I was going to make the picks, but I haven't got time. But Andy Mack stepped in, so you're a lifesaver, mate, so thank you very much for that. I've linked all of his details in the description below. He's going to have a card. You'll see what he's give us for the giveaway. Absolutely top man, mate, and I really appreciate it. Last week's video went really well. I was really happy which way that turned out. I haven't had too many questions, to be honest, off that video, but it's not a problem. I just want to take the chance to thank everybody who took the time to comment, like the video, the odd share. It really does help the growth of the channel, and it helps me put extra effort in making better videos for everyone to enjoy. So if you can, leave us any questions you want in the description below or in the comments below. And then next week I'll do a rapid fire where I put your question, I'll answer you like this, and it's just a more nicer approach for me personally. I'd rather be talking to somebody than typing, because it starts to repeat the answers that I'm given. So send us a question, I'll do it on the rapid fire. But right, without any further ado, I'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Love, health and happiness, and I hope you have a brilliant 2019. I'm going to stop rambling now. Enjoy the video. I put a lot of extra effort into it. I've swapped it up. I've did a slideshow. I've added backing music. So let us know what you think, and if you know anyone who has music and they'd like to have somebody like me play it, where I use their content, I'll put it in as backing music, as maybe in the intro. And then what I'll do is I'll link their details in the description below. I'll put their name and YouTube channel up here for letting us use the music. And it just gives me a bigger library to work with rather than playing the same songs over and over again. I have got one lad off SoundCloud and his music's really good, so maybe something similar to the music I'm playing in this video that's coming up. It's the sort of stuff I'm looking for. So bye for now and enjoy the video. Thanks for everybody's support, really.
All I do is adore you all of the time. I'd like to I'd like to I'd like to love you every day. I'd like to love you, love you. I'd like to love you, love you. If I
Straight into picking this lovely ASSA oval euro. Going to be using just a normal pick that I'd quickly knocked up and then put heat shrink wrap around it. Feels sturdy enough, it'll do the job, and if I snap it, it's no big deal. So top of the keyway tension, picking euro style with the pins facing down, so I couldn't quite get to grips with doing it upwards with this lock. Quite stern tension to start with, just to get us where we need to be. Click off 5, 4, 3, nothing on 2 or 1, 2's binding, 3, needs attention, 'So I'm just looking for the pins that's stuck stiff, like 1, 2, nothing, 3, nothing, 4, 5, nothing on 6, 1's popped back up, 2's loose, 3, 1 again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 is now set, 2's loose, 6 is loose, 5 is, 4, 4 have set something, so just picking off the binding pins, working your way through the lock, taking notice of all the little bits of tiny feedback, which is sometimes a telltale sign of where you are in the lock. If it's a stiff pin, it's to be picked next. One's where he needs to be. 2, click. 3 stiff. 4's loose. 5 a click, 6. Let's see, try my new picks out. I've had the SS Dev set from Ukbumpkeys. I will link them in the description below. Just to get into the back of the locks. They were a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be to honest. But they're made really well. I just need to trim that back. Nice and strong. Good strong click off 1, 2's now binding, Went loose. 3, 4's loose, 5 is, 6 is binding. Five. Nice little click. Check on 1. Nice click. 2's loose. 3 is. 4. 5 binding. 6. Another click off 1, 2, 3, 4, click off 5, nice click off 6, 1's went loose again, 2, 3, bit of weird feedback there, 4, 4 set, 3 set, 'Trying to find 1. One set. Nice click off 2 there. One's reset. 3, sorry. 3 set. 4 set. 5 is. 6 is. Double check 5. 5 is. 4 is. 3 and we fell into a bit of a false set. So double check then. 6. 5's not set. 4 is. 3 needs a little tickle, I think. 1 is. 2 needs attention. And again. There you are. Lock's picked. Absolutely brilliant lock. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Thanks to Swedish Locksport, who reached out to us on Instagram to send us this lovely ASSA lock. Once I'd picked it, I did send him a picture on Instagram, and he then told us this is actually a challenge lock made by Mike, who's the co-founder of a group they're part of. I think it's called Certigo, or maybe I'm getting the businesses mixed up, but it's called M's Madness, and what a cracking lock that is. So let me just take this out, leave it in short. I think with this lock I needed a screwdriver, which I haven't got, so bear with us 2 seconds. Unfortunately this didn't come with a key, which isn't a problem, not a problem whatsoever, but I just need to be careful when I'm taking it apart. So yeah, it's mad how Locksport brings all of these different people together. I mean, what's the chances of me meeting a Swedish lockpicker in normal day-to-day life? It's slim to none. That's why YouTube, social media, and Locksport in general is brilliant, because it brings loads of different people together who share the same love for Locksport. And we get to trade locks all over the world. We get to see each other's work. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant. I love it. So now what we're doing is we're just going to pop a shim in the back, just in case. I've got two there. I don't want to mess the lock up. So yeah, he gifted me this, and what a lovely thing it is. He also sent us another ASSA Euro, oval Euro, but with the difference is it's got the security profile on the front of it, which I'll grab it in a second and I'll show you. So up top, standard, in the drive, the key pins, 2, standard, 3, standard, 4, 5, 6. Let's just get them somewhat like. Now the interesting part is the uppers. I just need my tweezers. 2 seconds, mate. Let me just finish this video, pal. Good boy. Right, that's my little boy in there. He's just finished nursery early, so I'll get to spend a lot of time with him today. So I'm buzzing. Take the shim out. Right, in one, we'll have a standard. Some of you may have seen the pins out of this, because I have posted them on social media. 2 is, looks like a gin bottle. 3 is, let's just see if I can get the focus. Kind of a mushroom looking pin. Key pin as well, that one is. Another custom pin. Really nice work on these pins. 4. Another, so I think that's just taken off like a sort of gin bottle spool, similar to the one that's in 2, just being handmade, that one has. Still really well done, causing us issues. I think from memory the last one is just a standard. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a standard pin. Up top with the springs, they're all just normal springs. The only difference is with this lock, apart from the extra pins that's been put in there to make the challenge lock, they have done some work on the actual Bible, the plug, which hopefully you can see here. In 1 through to 6 it's all threaded. Now I'm not sure if that's factory or whether that's been put in by the person who made the lock, called Mike. But a fantastic lock. I really appreciate the fact that you took the time to contact us and offer us 2 mint locks that I really like. I haven't been able to get into the security profile yet. Let me just see if I can find it offhand. The answer is no. But yeah, thanks again, Swedish Locksport, for the locks. I'd also like to mention our Locksport Anonymous Facebook group, which is linked below, full of mint pickers. Everyone's dead friendly, very supportive. So if you've seen this on here, click the link below, come over to the group, share the group, come in. You'll get confirmed because it is a closed group, but it's full of amazing pickers and amazing people. So that's that one. If you like the video, please hit the like button. Do us a favour and just share it to your social media, even if you just delete it after a couple of days. It really helps the growth of the channel. And hit the subscribe button. If you're new here, welcome. I'd also like to welcome all of the new subscribers I've had this week. Can't wait to interact with you as well. If you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. And the more questions I get, the more questions I can answer on a personal level, and also to be included in the rapid fire. But if I don't get questions, it's not a problem. I can thank everybody for the comments still personally, and it's all good. So until the next time, I'll give you a quick little bit of a close-up of the which is that there. I'm going to do a nice slideshow at the end of the video as normal. So until next time, take care everybody. At the plug and all of the security pins, with them all being very low cut or high cut depending on which way you want to look at things, the key pins allowed a lot of space for these pins not only to interact with the threading, but look how far that goes in. So every pin that was picked all came into play. A little bubber, and that one right the way in. Look how far it goes in. It's got loads of ledges to play with, which is what made it as challenging as it was. Goes right down, and the two other drivers that aren't security pins are nearly all the way down. So brilliant lock, very well designed, very well thought out, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
All I do is adore you all of the time. I like to I like to I like to love you every day. I like to love you, I like to love you, if I may. I like to love you, I like to love you.